Good evening, Amrita ma'am. So good evening, everyone. If it's great if you can have your video on, it's not mandatory, but still. So I'll start with today's presentation. It's actually a presentation on Zoom. Now, as you all know, this pandemic has led us to rely so much, a lot on Zoom, right? So it's inevitable that we indeed have to study Zoom. At least we need to know the basics of it. So I'll just do a 15-minute presentation on what Zoom is. Following that, I'll be answering all your doubts, which is why we basically had this session. So I'm going to share my screen, and I hope the presentation is visible. Yeah, so it's a bit fancy for a presentation. Zoom 101 was first managers, I know, but let's go to the next session. And I can't share my Zoom window, so I'll be using this presentation to show you whatever I did and explaining to you what happens. So the basic or the first step is to create a Zoom account. And I mean, is there anyone who's a bit unfamiliar with it? I don't think so, because it's a very simple step. So I am going to show you a video regarding that. It's a very simple. So account, yeah. Before the video, I'll just screen share that part. It's kind of very simple. So once you have, is this screen visible for you? Is the new tab visible? Okay, great. Just a second. Okay, we are having people join in. Is it visible?
Good evening.
Yeah, hi, good evening. Just let me, hi. Okay, so we're going to start with signing up or signing in into Zoom. So first step is that what you can do, you can go ahead and type in zoom.us into your profile browser, and voila, you have your Zoom. Or else if it's difficult for you, you can go ahead and just go into Google, type Zoom, and you have and click on the very first link that you see. You go to the Zoom website. Now, how do you become or sign in or sign up to a meeting? This I've already logged in here. So I'm just gonna log in and I'm gonna sign out. Yeah. So either you can sign in or you can sign up to Zoom. Sign in if you're if you're using it Zoom for the first time, you can sign up. It's free. It gives you 40 minutes. You'll have to enter your birthday, not a random one. I'm just doing a random one right now, but you'll have to enter your actual birth date, and followed by you can sign in using your email address by doing something, your email address, or you can sign in via Google, Facebook, etc. Okay. We have people joining in right now. Baiju sir, good evening, sir. Okay, we have a lot of people. So, do you want me to?
Good evening.
Yeah. Do you want me to start
I'll be here.
from the beginning? I started a bit.
No problem.
Early.
No,
okay,
no problem. You carry on.
Okay.
Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. So this is it for this is for signing up. Now, if you've already created an account, you can go to sign in. And this is, I've already auto-filled the password and user ID, and you can click on sign in, and it will automatically take you to your Zoom meetings. Okay, so this is your Zoom meeting, your account. It holds every single detail of your Zoom meeting account. So if I go to the profile, that's where you'll find out the basic information. language, time zone. You can edit all these things here. If you want to change the time zone from IST to any other, you can change it there. The date format, time format, personal meeting ID, host key, everything is there. So these are all the basic meeting settings for your Zoom account. Then we can go on to your meetings where you see all your meetings, because for example, we see a red color video icon, which says that this current meeting is in progress, followed by there are a lot of meetings that we've already scheduled. So the meetings tab of it shows all the meetings that we've scheduled. Then there's a part where you can schedule webinars and where you record your meetings. And if you record it to the cloud, you can see them here. And then the settings. These are all just basic that you need to know. It isn't important. The most important things that you need to know is on how to join a meeting, how to schedule a meeting, and how to do all the host controls. That's all. I'm just giving you a little bit of intro here, nothing more. So following this, we can, everybody knows how to join a meeting because everybody joined through a meeting. So you can click on join a meeting here, where you can enter your ID or your personal link name, or you can go ahead and click on the meeting link that will be already provided you with the poster or something like that. Okay. And then we have host a meeting. Now, these are some of the things. Hosting a meeting is something that you need to know, something that most of you might not be very familiar with. So how do we host a meeting? There are 3 steps to host a meeting. You can host a meeting with your video off or your video on, or you can just screen share only. So host a meeting, this part is used when you need to host a meeting at that instant. So you can click on host a meeting with your video off. Then a tab like this would open, followed by, if you click on launch meeting, the other meeting would be instantly open. And the next things that you need to know is on how to schedule a meeting. Am I going too fast, or does anyone have any doubt? This is a free session, okay? Even though it's recorded, it's completely inside TCOT, I believe. So if you have any doubts, you can speak up or anything, anywhere. If you don't have any, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be looking if anyone has a doubt.
Right about the hosting the meeting, you just repeat about the hosting.
Yeah, do you want me?
Master Annie, you can have the question answer session at the end, right? That would be better.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
Carry on, please. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Going fine. Very good.
Yeah. Okay, great. So that's about hosting a meeting. Now, another thing is on how to schedule a meeting. So you can go ahead and click on this meeting tabs. And here you see a button to schedule a meeting. So once you click on that button, all the basic things that you need to add to a meeting comes upon. So if you're, let's say that this is a mock meeting TCOT, you give in the topic of the meeting, then you give in the description. It won't come out on the link. Then you give the date, the time, PM or AM, and the duration of the meeting, followed by time zone. It would automatically be set to GMT if you've set like that in your account settings, else you'll have to change it. Then leave the rest of the things. These and all are not required. Then you have your passcode. Maybe if you want a custom made one, you can just type in the passcode that you want. Then we have the encryption, video, like when you join, do you want it to be, do you want your video to be on or off? I've kept off for all of the things. And then the meeting option, allow participants to join anytime, mute participants upon entry, and other things are only required depending upon how the meeting goes. And you just give the name of the meeting followed by the description. It will not appear, it's for you to identify what meeting it is, followed by when and the time, duration. The time zone would automatically be set to GMT, and then the template. And yeah, so the template is one very important thing that I found useful. So think, for example, we are having educational sessions every Thursday, right? So if I had to create a meeting every Thursday, I'd have to go on and I'd have to create a meeting every Thursday, which is cumbersome for me. So what I do is that I create a template. So if I select a template and I select TCOT Educational Series, all the other things would automatically be different, be changed. I just need to change the basic. If I'm gonna change the description, this is Zoom 101, let's say, all the other things remain the same. So having templates is really helpful when you're creating a meeting that is repetitive, okay? So that's and the time that I've set is 9 p.m. So it's okay. And you can click on save and your meeting would be automatically saved. So this is the tab which goes here, and you can save this as a template. This is how I created a meeting first, and then I save this as a template and I can use it whenever I want. And if to copy the invitation, you can click here and you can click on copy meeting invitation, and it says that copy to clipboard. You can go ahead and paste it anywhere. So that's kind of it for scheduling a meeting. It's pretty simple. We'll take questions at the end. Now, once I click on start this meeting, it will start and take you to your normal Zoom window. So I'm gonna stop sharing right now, and I can't share my own Zoom window. So I've taken screenshots of every option available and I'll share it through a PowerPoint. And it'd be pretty easy. There's nothing more. Is the screen visible?
No.
Not yet.
Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah. So this is your basic screen. This is when I was the only participant here. That's why you'd see the number of participants is 1. And I was the only participant here when I took the screenshot. So this is your basic window of a Zoom meeting. And I'm going to explain to you every single option that is available here. So the first one that we're going to see is your mute or unmute option that you see at the lowermost left side of your screen. So mute or unmute yourself. And there's a small arrow that is pointing up. If you click there, you can see, you can get to see all your audio settings. So this is something that everybody is quite familiar with, I believe, because you all know how to unmute and mute yourself. Then we have the video option where we can add the virtual background or video filter. So starting your video is also something that you all know. And once we click on the arrow button, you'll see these options, which will take you to something like this. So you can have this. I want everybody to try this out. Is there anybody? Most probably there might be people who haven't tried out the timers. Everybody here knows how to do the timers, so I'm gonna skip that, I'd say. And we have the video filters. There's options for mirroring your video. I think I've mirrored my video just now. Touching up your appearance, where you get a filter sort of thing on your face and adjust for low light. Then we have, you can add background filters or something, and this is something that is basic for the timers cards. So you can add in all the virtual backgrounds that are seen here, followed by the video filters if you want. Okay, so that's it for the video settings. I think everybody here is familiar with using virtual background. So I wanted someone to try it out, but Robinson sir, would you like to try it out? Just give a green or blue or any virtual background that you have, just to know that you're okay with, fine with it. Yeah, okay, fine. He's amazing. He's really equipped with Zoom, so he's great. Okay, so we can move to the next part of it, which is the participants list. So now, once you click on participants, you can see all the participants that you have on your Zoom window. Okay, it's an option that is for everyone. And once you had clicked, if you want to invite someone on to your meeting, you can click the invite button that you see, which will take you to something like this. You can click on copy invitation and it will give you the whole link and everything. And you can copy and paste it to some other email, or you can send it via email. Everything, it's possible. So that is for inviting your fellow members to a meeting. You can click on go and click on participants list, and then you can click on invite. Now the next thing is the options that are available. If you've noticed, there are 3 dots at the end of the screen, and if you click on that, it'll give, these are all host controls. Okay, so once you're, for example, the Zoom master, you will be able to see all these options coming up. You can ask all of them to unmute. You can mute participants upon entry. For example, let me give you one. There's a option which says play sound when someone joins in, right? So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna change the option. And I'm gonna change it to an option where when someone enters in, the sound, there's gonna be a sound. Just a second. So that's me joining in. And if I'm gonna leave, that's the sound. So that is when I ticked the play sound when someone else joins, or leaves, enable waiting room. These are all options that you need to know. Okay, then we have rename option, which most of you might be know. If you hover over your name, you might be able to rename. If you're the host, you will be able to rename all your fellow participants. Okay, and then we have the chat option, which is also very familiar to everyone here because all of you use it. You can, if you click on that button, you can even send in files. Then there's a screen share button, which might be, which you all might be knowing again. So sometimes you've seen in meetings where people, Toastmasters who want to share their screen, asking the host for permissions. So when you're the host, and if a fellow member can't share their screen, you have to change the settings from one participant can share at a time to multiple participants can share simultaneously, which will allow your the person to share their screen. So that's what we actually usually do. Then you can this is sharing your screen, and then we can record the meetings. The current meeting is being recorded to the cloud, Then we have breakout rooms. Breakout rooms are a bit more advanced, so I am skipping it for now. Then we have reactions and more, where we can share this live on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, now the last thing that I wanted to come to is the polls. And for this, I'm gonna give you a direct way of how to create a poll. So in your Zoom window, if you're the host, you can click on poll and you'll see an option called create. So once you click on create, you will automatically go to a tab. I'm gonna screen share that right now. I'm going to the meeting that is currently happening. And to the end, you can see an option to create a poll. So you can create a poll by, you can give an question, best speaker. This is one of the essentials of being a Zoom master at our club, because if you are the Zoom master, the number one and most important duty that you need to know is to how to create a poll. So you can add in, you can name your poll something, best speaker and evaluator. First question is the best speaker. You give 2 choices. If you want to add a choice, you can click here. And if you want to delete one, you can go to the side, hover around, and you'll see a delete option, which deletes that option. If you want to add another question, since this is a poll called best speaker and best evaluator, we'll have a poll for the best evaluator as the second question. And you can give in your choices, add a choice or delete a choice and save it. Okay. Now, once you go back to your Zoom window, the questions will be automatically visible. Just a second. Yeah. Okay. So I've shared my screen. Is it visible?
No, no Toastmaster Annie.
Is it visible right now?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how it will appear if you click on polls or quizzes, and once you've saved your poll, it will automatically appear. You can click on launch, the poll would be automatically launched, and there's an option for you to end the poll also. So that brings to polling session. I'll launch the poll for now. I hope everybody can see it. Yeah, right. So it's very fairly simple. I don't even want to complicate things. It's very simple process. That would bring an end to the Zoom session.